Okay, what we're starting off with is question 13. The Department of Education Environment designs a flag consisting of a blue triangle OPQ. This is actually meant to be blue, but it's clearly white. Okay, and to display on beaches that have a very high standard of water purity. The flag OABC, which is the rectangle, with OA being 1 meter. And what I immediately don't like is the fact that one of them's measured in meters and the other one's measured in centimeters. That's not good. So I'm going to correct that right away and change 1 meter into 100 centimeters. Or somebody else could have chose 0.8 meters. You can do it two ways. I'll choose centimeters, okay? P is the midpoint of CB. So see the way this is the midpoint? What that means is that it cuts it in half. So it means it's 50 centimeters to the left and 50 centimeters to the right. Reason being is that this length here is the same length as this one down here. They're the same length. Okay? Now that's cleared up. And Q is the midpoint of this length here, which is 80 centimeters. That makes that 40 centimeters. And this one here, 40 centimeters. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to find the area of the blue section. What I'm going to do is this, guys. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the area of the full rectangle. Actually, I have a quicker way of doing that. What I'm going to do is going to get the area of the full rectangle. So the full rectangle would be this area here. That's the rectangle. So just take that down. And what that's going to be is it's going to be 80 times 100. What's 80 times 100? 8,000 centimeters squared. What I'm next going to do is I'm going to find the area of triangle A, triangle B, and triangle C. What about triangle A? Area of triangle A is a half base by height. So what's the base? A half 50 times 80, which is going to get me, anybody? Let's go for 2,000, yeah? Okay. What about the area of B? A half base by height again. What's the base? 50 by 40. That will get me 1,000. And finally, what's the area of C? A half base times height again. 40 times 100, which is going to get me 2,000. Add up all them together and it's 5,000. Take 8,000 minus 5,000. That gives you 3,000 in the middle. So, does everybody get that? That the 8,000 is in different sections and they all have to add up to 8,000. We good? Alright. Which one was it? 16 or 15? 16? Which one? 16? 16. Okay. Find the area of each of the following triangles, insert form, and correct to one decimal place. Well, this is an isosceles triangle. What this line means and this line here means that they're the same length. It's 7, 7, and 4. I know there's two ways of doing it, right? I'll try it out both ways with you. Method number 1. A plus B plus C over 2. S is equal to A plus B plus C over 2. Area equals S times S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. Advantages: there's absolutely no thinking. Disadvantages: it's longer and you have to do a bit more calculator work. Just give me a sec. 7 plus 7 plus 4 all over 2 gives me 9. The area therefore will equal 9 minus something, 9 minus something else, and then bracket 9 minus something else. What are the three numbers we're going to use? 7, 7, and 4. Now to shorten this up a little bit, you could do it like this. It's going to be 9 by 2 by 2 by 5. No, order does not matter with this question. Any side can be A, any side can be B, and any side can be C. And I'm in table mode, thanks. What I have here is square root of 9, bracket 2, bracket 2, bracket 5, and what I get there is 6 root 5. That's it in third form, and failing that I can get it as 13.42. Is it one decimal place or two decimal places? One, so 13.4. Another person might have came along and done it a different way. Another person might have came along and did this instead. He might have halved that. See the way it's an isosceles triangle? That means that when you draw it from the tip downwards, it cuts that in half. So that will be 2 and that one will be 2. If you find out what the red line is using Pythagoras Theorem, excuse me guys, Pythagoras Theorem is 7, 2 and x. The longest side squared, which is 7 squared, equals x squared plus 2 squared. 49 equals x squared plus 4. X squared equals, what's it going to be? 49 minus 4 is 45. X equals the square root of 45. Now that you know that the vertical height is root 45, what can you do next? A half base by height. See the way the bottom is 4 and the height is root 45? You can do a half 4 times root 45, and I guarantee you that will end up to be the same number as 6 root 5. So a half 4, Paddy will just write that down as 2, smart, rightfully so. So a half 4 times root 45. So that's the second way of going at it. 6 root 5 as well. Same answer. That right, guys? Which way would you favour? Yeah. Next part. Find the area of the trapeziums. We only had question 19, did we? Okay, so look at the same question. Okay, you want to find the area. You just look up the area formula. If you look up the trapezium on your notes, it has something like this. I'm pretty sure. It tells you that the bottom length is B. It tells you that the top length is A, and it says that the height in between them is H. And it tells you that the area is A plus B over 2 multiplied by H. What page is that on your tables? Page 8. So you go to page 8, you realise it's a trapezium. What is a trapezium again? Two parallel lines, four-sided object. Two of them are parallel. None of them have to be the same length. So here's what happens next. You do A equals, what's it, 4 plus 9, is it? Oh, wait a second, don't want that. 4 plus 9 and a height of 3.6. So 9 plus 4 all over 2 multiplied by 3.6. If you're doing that in the calculator, press the fraction button first. And then over 2. I need brackets on the outside. So bracket there, and then multiply by 3.6. And easy enough. 23.4, anybody? Okay. That's 23.4. I did 19, 16, 19, and what other ones? 13, 16, 19? Okay.